It's January, and that means, well, this. Before we get into it though, I gotta say, I feel like if you are a fan of Pokemon, especially Pokemon Snap, I feel like you would enjoy Bugsnax. The gameplay and atmosphere feel similar? It's kind of hard to explain, they just feel right, you know? I guess the Bugsnax all saying their names has a lot to do with that. And honestly, I would love to have a Pokemon game with this style of progression and capture. Maybe just without the, body horror. Now, what if Bugsnax were Pokemon? What type would they be? And as for the snacks themselves, what are their name and design origins? Well, let's go over and explain every Bugsnax to figure that out. Oh man, the flying type Bugsnax are going to be easy, as Bugsnax does actually have its own typing system, and, well, flying type is one of them. But when it comes to converting them into Pokemon types, let's avoid bug type. All Bugsnax are snacks plus bugs, but not all bug type Pokemon are even bugs. Dwebble and Crustle are hermit crabs, so perhaps having a carapace is a big part of what the bug type is all about. So we'll use that as a means of giving some Bugsnax the bug type, rather than just blanket giving it to all of them. Why am I doing this video? Bunger! Bunger is probably my favorite Bugsnax. I mean, he says Bunger, Bunger, Bunger.
Bunger, 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 bung, bung, bung.
And it's an adorable, angry, burger elephant boar thingy. He solves your hunger with his buns. And that sounds dirty. It's aggressive and loves to tackle stuff. Also, burgers are like the most common foods, so normal type. Give it stab with tackle. And being an aggressive rhinoceros beetle, well, they are known for their combative spirit, hence Heracross. So normal fighting. Then, barbecue Bunger is just a barbecue burger. How saucy. It's like a Western bacon cheeseburger. Well, this form, having the added kick of the sauce, loses normal to become wholly fighting type. Cobhopper. Now, I know what you're thinking. You just talked a few years about the burger thing, so, man, this video is gonna be like 50 minutes. And don't worry, because Cobhopper is grass type and it's a cob of corn. Let's give it bug type as well. Those leaves are kind of like grasshopper carapaces, right? See, some of them are really short and simple. Fryder. I'm not even gonna look at it. Let me guess, it's a spider made of fries. Oh wow, I was right. It also has a sweet variant using sweet potatoes. I guess an orb-weaving spider is the closest spider to it, yeah? But otherwise, there's not much to these guys. So perhaps normal, or just straight bug. The cardboard fry holder thing, it's a carapace. There you go. Big Bopsicle and the half Bopsicle. Fighting ice type. I mean, it's a popsicle atlas beetle that bops ya. Also, what does he say?
Bop, 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 bopsicle.
Paletoss and Paletoss Grande, the larger double Paletoss. Both of which are Paletoss, basically those milky, fruity Mexican popsicles, hence grande being the word they use for big here also. They are truly just an alternate form of Big Bopsicle, as ice fighting still works here too as well. It wants to toss ya! Sweetiefly! Like a sweetie pie, but it's a fly? Wait, don't we have one of these in Pokemon already? Oh wait, Cutiefly. Well, this one's a dragonfly lollipop, so I'm feeling fairy type. Fairy flying. Oh, didn't see that one coming, did you? I mean, it's a dragonfly. It flies real fast. Plus, it just won't be caught until it stops flying. However, there is a variant that just screams fairy type even more. It's lovely Sweetiefly. I mean, it's a lollipop in the shape of a heart and a bow that it uses to fly. Easy peasy. So let's go ahead and make regular Sweetiefly dragon flying, and this one fairy flying. There's also rainbow Sweetiefly. It pulls from those big rainbow swirl lollipops. Quite twisty and psychedelic, which is also akin to the psychic type uniforms in Sword and Shield, so psychic flying it is. And crystal Sweetiefly. It's rock flying, because it's a stick of rock candy and all. And this is just a hot dog with googly eyes. Why am I doing this video? Okay, well, Weenyworm is a hot dog with eyes. Very normal. Normal type. Again, it's a hot dog with googly eyes, which in itself isn't normal. Like, who does that?
Weenie. Worm.
Then shy Weenyworm. I'm not sure why it's shy, but I mean, if I was a tasty looking weenie, I'd for sure want to shy away and hide. I mean, these guys are found hidden deep in a cave, which is a sort of dark type thing. I mean, it's based on a urban hot dog, like from a New York hot dog stand, and we all know how Game Freak feels about urban youth. Dark type. Plus, a lot of the cheaper dogs are like thousands of various animal parts ground up and shaped into a log. That's kinda messed up. So, dark type it is. Charmallow! Oh, it's spicy because it's a burnt marshmallow. Oh, it's fire type. Fitting, as it's also a firefly. So I guess that means it's fire flying, huh? Then Chillynilly. It's a flying ice cream sandwich. It's flying ice type. Cinnasnail. Oh no, it's cute. How sweet. A snail cinnamon bun or cinnamon roll. Those are the same thing, right? Well, it's got a snail shell and it's sticky, so that's very bug type, yeah? Hunnabee is another favorite of mine, another sweet little snack. It's a honeybee and one of those honey stirrer stick things. Really, this Bugsnax is pretty similar to Combi, essentially being the much better version. So, bug flying. In fact, this is the new Combi. Scorpenyo and Scorpepper also look like they would just work as Pokemon. I mean, it's the most generic Fakemon possible, fire, grass, pepper plant, right? But at least it's also a scorpion. Praying Picantis, though, is hands down one of the most over-designed Bugsnax there is. I mean, we got so much going on here, it's like a 5th-gen Pokemon. However, that doesn't mean it's bad. In fact, it's rather well over-designed, but because it's just so buggy, I'm gonna have to say it's bug type. I mean, hard taco shells, that's a carapace. But on top of bug, it is fuego. Fire type, because that's one spicy a meat bug. Shishkabug, another sort of over-designed bug, a cute little ant shishkabab creature. Now hear me out, it's got grill marks on the meat, since shishkababs are typically grilled and all, but also its favorite food is hot sauce, and it's all red-headed, so it could very well be based on a fire ant, so let's make it fire type. Tropicabug is just like Shishkabug, but it's a tropical shishkabab. Watery pineapple and sea creatures, still got those grill marks though, so water fire. Instabug! Oh, of course, the developers had to go and make the game political. Oh, look at these social media influencers. They are just so absorbed in themselves, they only come out of the shadows to make it about themselves, and oh, they only take pictures of their food, blah blah blah. But really, Instabug is a cute joke. You know those cupcakes and Starbucks drinks that are like clearly made to be shared on social media rather than be made to taste good? Yeah, it's those. What else is funny is that Instabug stays in hiding until you pull your camera out. It's just too good. As for type, it's either fairy, because, I mean, look at it, or it's dark, because they are actually evil, like all internet influencers once there isn't a camera pointed at them. Other than me, of course. I'm great. Please sponsor me. Strabby! The strawberry with legs and eyes. It's cute, but it's definitely one of the more simplistic Bugsnax of all. It's a strawberry with eyes. And you could also consider it a starter Bugsnax as well. Now, since it's literally just a berry that walks around with leaves, we're giving it grass type. And do you think it's mixed with a ladybug? I mean, red with black dots? No? Now, white Strabby. Did you know that people who are allergic to strawberries can still eat white strawberries? The protein that makes them red is the same thing that people are allergic to. See? Bugsnax videos can be educational. So, this is a creature with no protein, and it's white as a sheet? That screams ghost type to me. Razzby and Black Razzby. They're relatives of the Strabbies, the beach versions specifically, and are likely also little ladies. And yes, raspberries and blackberries are very closely related. Like Strabby, Razzby's probably just grass. But Black Razzby is found underground, and seeing as Mexico and Southern California are the biggest producers of blackberries, that screams grass ground to me. Cheery is the mountain version of a Razzby. That's a beach version of a Strabby. But this one is bouncy, so it's actually the Bugsnax version of Spoink. That's a Pokemon version of a mountain Razzby, but that's a Bugsnax version of the Razzby topping on an alchemy. Well, they are not only found on the frosted peaks, but they are also based on ice fleas and cherry trees like the cold. In fact, there's a cherry tree called the Snow Weeping Cherry Tree. So yeah, ice type. Maybe ice grass because of those vines. Mama Mewon and Wee Mewon are cats. Right? You guys see that? Mew on. Cat power. No? Well, they are watermelon ticks. The baby one being a watermelon ball. So I guess watermelons are pretty tick-like. They suck up so much water and get all huge, to the point where they just explode. Let's make Wee be water, and Mama water grass because of those vines. You know, cats can get ticks. Maybe it's also partially inspired by a cat, like I said. Another water sucker are these Grapeskeetos. They're like little tiny Cthulhu balls with wings. Mosquito grapes, obviously, so flying grass. Megamaki, the wishy-washy school form of Bugsnax. With its little form, Minimaki. They are both water types for sure. They are sushi in the shape of fish. Well, technically, it's maki, not sushi, and technically not a fish, but an aquatic bug, the bristleworm. But it's easier to say sushi so that you understand that it's rice and fish and stuff. So, fish in the shape of a fish, but not actually a fish. It's water type. Greater Cocomite and Lesser Cocomite have an evolution type thing going on here, but they both are cute elephant-looking coconut mites. These guys live in trees, and you gotta throw them into lava to break their defenses down, so clearly fire is a weakness, which is perfect because as coconuts they are already leaning towards grass type. So let's go grass bug. Coconuts are pretty hard, like carapaces after all, and that makes them 4 times weak to fire. Yeah! Eggler! I love this little dude. It's a slug egg, and not really much more to it. Let's go poison. Why? Well, you go eat a raw egg on a slug and find out.
Rootle? Ah! It's so cute! It's literally just a carrot, but my serotonin!
Ground grass. I mean, obviously, it's an earthworm carrot, and it's got a cousin, a parsnip. White Rootle, the ghost version of Rootle. I mean, all the color is missing. It's gotta be ghost type. Ghost grass, or ground ghost. Kweeble! Wow, there are a lot of really cute Bugsnax. I didn't think I would say that, but this thing is just a wee kiwi with a spoon trunk, because you typically use spoons to eat kiwi, so steel type for that spoon and all. Perhaps bug steel, or steel grass, but what bug is it? A weevil, perhaps? Oh yeah, it's in the name. Then, golden Kweeble could just be a shiny variant. That's kind of what golden kiwis are to regular kiwis after all. But if not, it's monosteel now, since gold is a metal. Sandopede, a sandwich centipede train. Cute. The first thought is steel type, I mean a speeding bullet train, unstoppable until broken up, but that could just be its ability. It's very fast, but the more damage it takes, it gets slower, sort of the opposite of slow start. It's great at the beginning, but then later peters out. I could also see normal type because the sandwich, which it is based off of, is the most versatile food of them all. It could be made of anything, from meat to cups of mashed up nuts. It is truly the Arceus of foods, or would the Eevee of foods make more sense? Banopper! And red Banopper! The red version of Banopper! They're grasshopper bananas. What drugs were these devs on? Well, the peel is tough enough that I could see bug type, and then red, well, fire type. Duh, it's red! But no, probably just bug, or bug grass. Both Banoppers, that is. Red Banopper is also just sort of a tan Banopper, as it lives on the beaches. Oh yeah, and red bananas are a thing. Buffalocust. Now if that ain't a generic Fakemon name, I don't know what is. This dude dive bombs into its favorite spicy sauces, so I'm going simple here, flying fire. It's chicken wings, so bird. Even more proof it's flying. Oh, and Blaziken is a chicken, and it's also fire type. So another point for fire. Oh, and you have to cook birds with fire. I'm on a roll. I'm even on fire. Oh, please help. Throw me some ice types. Or 2 literal ice cream cones. Like, oh geez, I thought Vanillux was bad. At least these guys are sort of expected in this Chance of Meatballs universe. Sherbie is a sorbet Porygon, and Scoopy is just ice cream. Wow, ice type. However, it loves to drill into the ground with its cone drill nose, as it's also an earthworm, so ice ground. And then there's Scoopy Banoopy. What the heck is a Scoopy Banoopy? I mean, what am I even looking at besides a mistake of a giant water bug? Mixed with a banana split? More like, I gotta split out of here away from that. Scoopy Banoopy, it looks like poopy. Well, ice fighting, as it's also quite territorial and aggressive. What the heck? Scoopy Banoopy. At least it's not a waff stack-a-rack. That gives me a heart attack. It's an arachnid known as the wheel spider, and it's breakfast. A stack of waffles and sausages. Well, it controls water spouts with its gross legs. And they are low to the ground, and heavy, so water ground. I mean, syrup is sort of like mud anyway, it's thick water. Now please show me a good one. Cheepoof. So cute. A cheese puff butterfly. There really should be a cheese type. I mean, there's already a few Pokemon that would fit cheese type, like Landorus. And Cheepoof would be cheese flying, like Landorus. Oh yeah, Cheepoofs never land. Yeah, never. It's a no-limit fallacy. Woo! That means you could put the entire world on its back and it could carry it because it never lands. Then Flamin' Cheepoof is much like the normal Cheepoof, except it's on fire, so fire flying. And White Cheepoof, as with all the white variants, is Ghost. Spuddy! Now there's a great design. I mean, it's a potato wrapped in foil, but it's also a Hercules beetle similar to Pinsir. I mean, there's already a Pokemon, so Spuddy fits perfectly. Hercules beetles are all about fighting, so there's one type, along with steel, since it's coated in hard metal armor. Loaded Spuddy, then, is just going to have to be either an evolution, so no type change, or possibly a trade evo with a shy Weenyworm. It's losing its extras, and Spuddy is gaining them, while the shy Weenyworm evolves into the less shy Weenyworm. How's that for some Pokemon Cross Bugsnax headcanon? Ribblepede is a meaty thick boy. Deserves a good type combo, right? Well, you're wrong, because it's bones! And all bone types in Pokemon are ground. That way they get a stab with all the bone moves, which are all ground type. But Ribblepede is still all meaty muscle, so why not make it fighting type? Signature move, Million Boner Punch. A Bambino! That's a pizza pocket. So, delicious, but also the same temperature as the sun, fire type. Mothza Supreme, which I just love because it's a moth, but it's also a pizza. Two of my favorite things. It's definitely flying type, I mean it's a moth, and it has tornado powers. However, because of its abundance of explosives it uses during its fight, and also it having some spicy toppings, fire. Flying fire. Green Lolive has an unsettlingly long tongue, and so does Lickitung. I'm just saying, it's really common for Pokemon that have long tongues to be normal type. So green Lolive must be normal grass. I mean, it's green after all, and it's an olive. Black Lolive, who is going to be either dark flying or mono dark, is a black olive. And no one likes those. They are gross, just like the bugs these are based on. The long-tongued fly. Gross. Plus it's got a gross pimento tongue. Who wants to eat healthy twice? Ugh. Dark flying. Inchwrap! Another grass type. Simple. It's an inchworm that's a lettuce wrap. A healthy keto option in this world of sweets. Grass type. And then Inchurrito. It's a burrito. Normal? Or fire? Normal. Burritos are a staple in most American diets. They're just so versatile. Sandwiches of the South, they are. Flapjack-a-rack. Oh God, no! Why didn't we cover this one earlier? Spreading out the misery, I see. It's still a wheel spider, but now it's pancakes and bacon. And it loves to stir up dust devils, so ground. Daddy cake legs is not a combination of words I ever wanted to say. Well, there's also baby cake legs, and that's not much better. It's a daddy long leg spider, which fun fact aren't actually spiders, and a cake. And well, despite having candle legs, they do not like them being lit. I mean, how would you feel if someone caught the hair on your knee on fire? And that, along with them living on the frosty mountain peaks, makes me think that they are ice cream cakes. So, ice type it is. Pinatula is another spider. However, this one being a burrowing tarantula that happens to be a pineapple. Because fun fact, this is how pineapples grow. They're not from, like, big trees. They grow pretty close to the ground. So why not make it ground type as well? Talk roach. Talk about a roach. A crunchy snack. So I'm leaning towards either normal fire or rock fire because of its extra hard outer shell. Either way, we can agree hot peppers are a wonderful reason for it to be fire type. Then Baja Talkroach is a talkroach that has seen the ocean's power and converted to water type, leaving its crunchy and spicy exterior behind, keeping no other type. I mean, it's definitely not crunchy anymore after living near the ocean. Water bug. Soggy shells. Cheezer, who, and I quote, takes its speed to the extreme.
So what's extreme speed, Brock?
It's an attack that increases a Pokemon's speed.
But any animal that is yellow and fast must be electric, right? That's a requirement. And it has some relatives. Quookie is an Oreo sandwich cookie. I'm not sure why, but I want to make it fighting type. Possibly because, just imagine getting kicked with 6 hyper-fast, creamy legs. And Chippy, a chocolate chip cookie that rock climbs. I'm going to say that it's possibly rock fighting or just rock type. Not sure on the top bidding. But it's so fast, it must be athletically trained in climbing. But what is the bug on these Bugsnax? Why, it's the huntsman spider, of course. Big spiders known for their extreme speed and hunting methods. They're the terrifying ones that you see in all those videos. Flutterjam is on a constant look for its favorite sauce, peanut butter. Which makes sense. It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the peanut butter. It's flying for sure, as it's able to fly. And then normal, because we made the other sandwiches normal, you know? Poptic, the Tiki Popcorn. Another fun Bugsnax. Small to start, but once it's puffed, it's able to be caught. So I'd like to think that it would be normal type when it's small, but change once it puffs out, and then it could be flying, just floating along the breeze, a la Jump Pluff. Then Caramel Poptic must be fairy normal. The fairy type is typically associated with extra sweet things like Slurpuff and such. And think of all the Fey-like pranks you can play with extremely sticky caramel. Sprinklepede, a millipede, not a centipede for the 8th time. Finally, it's just normal type, because what else? Maybe psychic, because psychedelic colors and spinning, because it's a donut. Maybe it focuses its psychic energy in the empty space. Yeah, alright. Snackery. Is a daiquiri a snack? Is the Kool-Aid Man the juice or the glass? Is the snackery the drink or the cup? Probably the glass. So I'm gonna go with psychic and rock type, I mean, glass is just hard sand, and sand is ground, and hard ground is rock, right? We all agree? Cool. It's also got super psychedelic colors, pink and yellow. That's not fairy these days, it's psychic. It also burrows and flies, and psychics can do both of those easily with mind powers. Plus, it's the only alcohol in the game, and alcohol has some really interesting effects on the brain. So boom, psychic. The peel bugs. You ready? They are all pill bugs that are also fruit. An orange, a lemon, a ruby red grapefruit, and a lime. And let's go with electric type, because we need more of those. And there's also, of course, the famous citrus battery experiment. Yes. And this brings us to the snack pods. Honestly, in my opinion, the lamest Bugsnax designs there are. I mean, I get the idea. They are all bag worms. Haha, get it? Snacks that are in bags. Yes, but like, did we really need 8 of them? Well, maybe give all of them flying by default, because bags of air, like Driftblim. Crispy Snack Pod especially. It's chips. Let's make it normal flying. Famously, chip bags have a lot of air, but it's not false advertising. They tell you exactly how much chip is in there, you gonk. If they put more chip in the bag, they would not only crumble under their own weight, but they would cost more. It's not a ripoff, it's basic understanding of how things work. Twisty Snack Pod is pretzels, which are extra hard, crunchy snacks, so add rock type. Grumpy Snack Pod is gummy candy, rainbows and gelatin, brain stuff, add psychic type. Nutty Snack Pod, trail mix, walking through the woods, nuts are like seeds, add grass type. Puffy Snack Pod, even more airy, mono flying. Meaty Snack Pod, it's jerky, it's tough meat, tough muscle, add fighting. Melty Snack Pod, it's like a bag of M&Ms, I think. Well, ice melts. Sure, let's go with that. And maybe swap flying for normal. It doesn't deserve it. And Fruity Snack Pod, well, let's just make it a type. Actually, it looks like it's just dried versions of fruit. Wait, so are those the other Bugsnax? Oh no. What if it secretly keeps the other Bugsnax trapped inside of it like those carnivorous plants, slowly taking away their moisture? Dark type. It's evil, hands down. And with the snack pods out of the way, it's time for the home stretch. Pinkle is possibly the cutest little jar I've ever seen, with 2 forms. A fun Pokemon indeed. Bugsnax. A fun Bugsnax indeed. We have a jar form, it's rock grass, but it has the unique ability of weak armor where after it takes a few hits, its jar breaks, and now it's just 4 pickles. So perhaps now it's psychic type, sort of like Execute. It's how all 4 pickles work together. Minds melded together. Then Egg Roll is similar to the pickles in a jar, but they are egg rolls in a box. So I'm feeling like its cardboard outside would be normal, but inside it would be either mono-psychic or normal psychic. But what bugs are these pulling from? I sure hope not hermit crabs, because that makes the point at the beginning of the video moot. Well, there are some bugs with similar behaviors, like the snail-eating beetle, the pram bug, and I'm sure there's others. Moving on, Crapple, the crab apple, which is actually a crab apple. Is there an apple crab? A triple pun? What's that? Chameleon crab, aka the red apple crab? Oh baby, a triple. As for typing, it's perfect. Water. No surprise there, but water ground, because it loves digging around in the sand. Like plenty of crabs. Wait, this is just straight up a crab. That's not a bug. I mean, sure, it's an arthropod, but like, no. Bugs of the sea, some people call crustaceans even, but still, no. Just no. Well, there's also green crapple, the green version of the crapple, typically meaning it's a much more sour, tart fruit. So let's drop the ground type and add electric. It paralyzes your mouth with its tartness. Then Noodler. Oh no, watch out, the Noodler's gonna get ya. It's a soup that lives in lava. Sounds mighty water fire type here. I mean, it's soup and hot fire. Also, it loves hot sauce. That's cute. Plus, this is a lot cooler looking than Volcanion. Then Stoodler. It's another soup snacks, but this time it's based off of stew. However, it is still fire type, as soup and stew are both boiling lava hot. But let's make Stoodler mono fire. Stew is chunkier and uses less liquid, usually. Oh, and these are spider crabs. Oh god, and the soda cans. They are all shrimp, aren't they? Is soda a snack? I guess so. They've got enough carbs to be. Dr. Sody, an aquatic soda that squirts water at any sauce it sees. So water aluminum, or water steel type. Or because this is the Doctor variant, what about psychic type? It's smart. Sody D, another soda being steel type. This one is a pun on Sunny D. And we all know any Pokemon that is sun-themed is either fire or grass type. So we'll play it safe and go with fire type. Fire Steel, but it knows a lot of water type moves, like Hydro Pump and such for flavor. Mount Sody, found in the mountains. Water rock? Ice rock? I mean, it has mountain in the name. And Lassodoy, the LaCroix of Bugsnax. Normal type, but like, water was near it for a brief moment of time when it was being made, so it tastes vaguely of water type, but it's just normal. So normal, it's 0 calorie. So I guess, since there's plenty of crabs and stuff, we can either replace all of their secondary types with bug, or we can say that Pokemon's bug type would be better off as an arthropod type, but that's too long and stupid. Well, let me tell you, playing Bugsnax is a lot more fun than watching this video. But what did you think? We're thinking of branching out a bit more with other Monster Collection games. What are your favorite Bugsnax, and why is it Bunger? I'm looking forward to reading all of the comments about what we got wrong, because I'm sure there will be a lot of them. This was a super important topic after all. And until next time, never stop using your noggin.